Oh, bother.
Do you hate this character? What about this one? Or this one? Well, my friend, you are not alone. You see, these are some of the most universally hated characters in all of fiction. Now, whether the reasoning is good or not, well, the jury is still out on that one. But it doesn't take away from the fact that we want to throw our TVs whenever we see them. So join me as we dive deep into characters that everyone hates. Get your diss tracks ready for this one.
Hater, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you...
Okay, so let's start off with an absolute no-brainer. Amber from Invincible. The show, not the comic. And before you say anything, it's not...
Why? Because I'm black or because I'm a woman?
Alright, well, let's get started with the first major thing that made people pissed off at Amber. You remember she already knew Mark was invincible, right? Well, by name at least. I wouldn't say he's actually...
He said it! He said it!
But when Mark finally confesses to her, she's sitting there like...
No shit, Sherlock!
And she proceeds to chew him out for lying about being a superhero for months. Now, it's obvious to most people he was doing this to protect her, and it's common practice for superheroes to have secret identities.
Super Grover's secret identity was Grover?
It's literally like the #1 rule of being a superhero. I mean, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman... Mark was trying to avoid exactly this from happening. And can you take a wild guess as to what happens?
Oh no.
I see why you did it.
And here's the best part. This is the exact reason why she breaks up with him. Because his world is just too much for her and she's not ready for all the dangers that lie ahead.
No shit, Sherlock!
I mean, have you seen what this man has to deal with on a regular basis? I mean, this is one of the worst universes to live in. More villains pop up in the middle of nowhere from Courage, I'm just saying. She wanted to be let into his world and then jumped ship immediately when the going got tough. Psh, gaslighting at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Gaslighting doesn't exist, you made it up because you're fucking crazy.
Not to mention that she wants this man to spend every waking moment with her, despite him being a superhero. Not just being a superhero, but getting absolutely put in the blender anytime he steps in the ring. Like, she has gotta cut this man some slack. Mark is the Krillin of his own universe, and he gotta come home to more complaining. Another reason why she's hated so much is just because of how much screen time their subplot takes up.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
All of their scenes together are boring and arbitrary. No, not the arbiter, arbitrary. And now they were really all doing it for nothing because now they're not even together anymore. This is a superhero show with blood and gore. You don't want to watch another will they, won't they story. This is not The Office, and Mark is not going to make that dumbass face that Jim be making at the camera. His face is getting pummeled by Conquest, if anything. We all knew he was meant to end up with superpower fine shit anyway. Amber doesn't really have as much of a presence in the comics either, and thank God she's not, because of a certain little plot line that got removed from the show.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not gonna lie, with the exception of the gaslighting thing, she low-key gets a bad rap, at least in comparison to the rest of the characters on this list. And speaking of the other characters... Okay, so for this next one, we're heading over to the magical world of Toadblatt's Summer School of Sorcery, where we step into the world of Nigel Planter. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I actually meant we are visiting Hogwarts in the world of Harry Potter, as we analyze the true final boss of all Karens, Professor Dolores Umbridge from the Order of the Phoenix. I gotta be honest, this is probably the most universally hated character on this list. You got Wormtail, the biggest sniveling coward in fiction who betrayed Harry's parents, directly resulting in their unalivings by the hands of Lord Moldybutt. I mean Voldemort, who was one of the most evil villains in all of fiction. But this Hillary Clinton wannabe still takes the #1 prize for most hated in her city. This woman is a true dictator, from the likes of Kathleen Kennedy herself.
Put a chick in it, make her gay! Put a chick in it and make her name it gay!
She has held positions of power all over the wizarding world, including the Ministry and eventually head mistress of Hogwarts, where she cucks Dumbledore out of his job, or as I like to call it, the beginning of the end.
Put a chick in it and make her name it gay!
She's honestly one of the most realistic depictions of evil in the series, which is what makes her even worse. Not to mention how she turned Hogwarts into communist China, imposing a once-a-day bathroom use and a social credit score on campus. Okay, I'm joking about that last part, but she literally is the wizard Nancy Pelosi, inside trading and creating rules in a ministry that directly benefit her. She's not even a good teacher either. She refuses to teach the kids actual techniques.
Why don't you ask me later?
Straight up gatekeeping all the sauce for herself. Like, bro, drop the method. I mean, you weren't even allowed to laugh at school. You couldn't even sit with fine shit at lunch. Nah, why you gotta put up the DDG levels of dirty macking though?
Facts. Silky wore them pants yesterday. You wore them yesterday?
That's what they say.
And oh nah, she even made this man Harry carve his own name into his hand with a blood quill? Like nah, Harry did not turn into a Hot Topic shopper overnight.
I'm ugly too. Dark, dark, dark. Emotional.
Oh yeah, and did I mention she's a total racist?
Okay, monkey!
She uses her power and influence to spread hate and discrimination against non-wizards and half-bloods. Using power and influence to spread hate and discrimination. I wonder where we've seen that before. Joining the likes of Zorro, Ghetto, and Frieza in the racist Mount Rushmore. She even made herself a personal army of Randalls from Recess.
Gang? Anybody got any Dro, Bubba Kush, popcorn Bubba Kush?
Who are straight up ready to snitch at any given moment. And of course it was made up all of Slytherin too. But the cherry on top of the evil bitch sundae is the Horcrux from Voldemort that she carries around with her. And she does this to get a constant buff and intimidate people. Like nah, why are you walking around with one of Sukuna's fingers? No, why are you walking around with one of King Von's dreads? I did not know you were from 63rd. But yeah, at the end of the day, there's nothing worse than a Karen on a power trip. And if you give her magical powers,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
give it up for your man, not mine, I do not claim him, Mordecai. The most hated bluebird in all of Cartoon Network. Okay, no, not that kind of bluebird. Now, to understand why Mordecai is so hated, let's look at his handling of the Huz. Gonna be honest, Mordecai was a complete simp for Margaret in the beginning of the series. He worshipped the ground she walked on. And this is all his own doing. I mean, he pictured an entire Lifetime movie with her in his head anytime he would speak to her.
Have you ever had a dream that
And although he managed to semi-bag her in the later seasons, let's not forget how much of a creep this man is. Like when he snuck into her college dorm just to sniff her pillow. He was walking in there on Mr. Krabs' timing. He's also one of the fakest nice guys ever. You know, one of those good guys who always finishes last, even though he deserves the girl. Kinda like a certain someone we know. But the problem is he really believes the world is against him. This man has less self-awareness than the Deep from The Boys.
I don't want to come across like a woke asshole, but like, dude, women have it hard.
And yeah, to be honest, he does CJ pretty dirty. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he dogs her out multiple times and it's kinda hard to watch. Like when he planned a movie date with her, and then he also planned a movie date with Margaret at the same time because she was available. CJ finds out and crashes out, obviously, but they eventually squash that and end up together. Until he cheats on her, and she still takes him back. And then breaking up with her at Muscle Man's wedding, like bro, everything is not about you. And that's not even mentioning how much of an L-mans he is. I mean, he is a terrible friend to Rigby. And I know what you're thinking, isn't Rigby an even worse friend? I mean, arguably he's done a lot more shitty things than Mordecai. Now it's one thing to be Hall of Fame petty, like taking both of the beds for yourself and making Rigby sleep on the trampoline.
Are you serious?
Or how he takes advantage of their matchup and punchies to bully him around and make him do whatever he wants. It gets so bad that Rigby has to train with Mr. Piccolo. Or when he starts spamming solids on Rigby, abusing the power because he knows he can't say no. Kinda like Homelander in front of some titty milk. But he uses this man's IP and likeness without his permission? Like nah, this man Mordecai had Rigby in a worse 360 than Drewski.
You know what 360 is? That's perfect that you don't know. It's smart. It's smart that y'all do a 360. Hear me out. Y'all are gonna get paid. I'm just gonna be rich.
Right.
Y'all gonna make me rich. We're gonna do it together. You're gonna own negative percentage of your contract.
And Mordecai is also a very jealous individual. Like how he tells Rigby that he's pissed he's graduating high school because it kills him to see his friend doing as good as him.
You piece of shit! You heartless piece of shit!
Yeah, Rigby a better man than me. You would have been cut off like Toto's hand against Mahito. And of course, I gotta mention the time he literally Rigby and wipes him from existence.
I'll kill you!
Again, this is all over some bird coochie. And yes, this situation is very complex because Rigby did ask Margaret out, and Rigby did start the fight that made them go back in time. But Mordecai did exclaim, "I'll kill you," and then kill him. So, do with that what you will. Your best friend is supposed to be your biggest supporter, not your biggest hater.
I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress.
So there you have it. Just a couple of characters that we all love to hate. If you made it this far in the video, as always, thank you for watching. And comment down below some characters that you love to hate. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But that's all I got for today. See you in the next one.